I'm going to feature another one of the amazing talents from 7 artists, Key West. Now this man, he brings a certain sense of humor and style to the gallery. His original works and prints are so delightfully engaging, as you can see behind me. Each composition is a story that unfolds as you view it. I know you'll fall in love with his work, and you might fall in love with him too. David, thank you for being with me this morning.
It's my pleasure to be here. Thanks for asking me.
You're welcome. Well, it's wonderful having you. And David, could you start by telling our viewers how you landed here in Key West?
We were in California, and we used to stay on Sugarloaf, where I live now. And this is 25 years ago. 17 years ago, we made a low offer on a house, and the owner took it. So that put the wheels in motion for our transferring from Laguna Beach, California, another resort town, to Key West, Florida.
Okay, and you love Key West.
I do. It's the air's clean. You've got space. You can see the stars at night if you get off Duval Street. It's fine. It's just fine.
Okay, and you probably get lots of inspiration for your work here, right, David?
It's less distracting than being in Southern California, I would say. Sugarloaf is a whole different ball of wax than Key West. And as my friends who come out for dinner sometimes, it's a big deal for them to drive 17 miles up the road. But you know, there's not much light pollution at night, so the skies really are remarkable. And we stay year-round. We take our gin and tonics out under the buttonwood trees on the lagoon. We have water on 3 sides. We're really lucky. And we just watch the clouds roll in, while a lot of people go away to cooler climes.
You like the warm climate.
I can tolerate it. The first summer was tough because we had an older house, and it had an AC system that was limping along. So that put me on Zoloft.
Okay, so David, now, you said that there's less distractions here as opposed to California. Would you say that your work has kind of changed since you moved here to Key West, or here to the Keys?
It has, certainly. In some respect, I've found several themes that people like, which translates into paying my rent. So in that respect, I'll repeat some themes just because I know they're popular. And I'm a lot older now. My eyes aren't what they used to be. So I used to be known for very small and very intricate paintings, and now I'm painting more broadly and in different things, different materials than I was using in California. I'm doing watercolor, which I grew up doing because that's what Dad taught. But I do acrylic, and when I work with oils, that's really nice because they take longer to dry, and you just sort of keep painting, and the time goes by quickly.
Okay. What's your favorite thing to paint, David? What's your favorite art that you do?
I think one aspect of every painting is laying it out, and sometimes when I don't know what to paint, I'll just put down colors with, I use my old credit cards sometimes as squeegees, you know, and I make sure they're expired, and I snip off the codes, and then I just move the paint around, and that's very free and non-objective. So I like abstract painting a lot, and I have drawers and drawers of these backgrounds that if I look at them sometimes, I'll see a shape, and that will be the start of something. A new painting. So I play a lot, really.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing. It keeps
well,
it fresh.
Your playing is creating these magnificent pieces, so keep playing all you want.
Yes, yeah. That's what I'm supposed to do with my life, I guess.
Now, I was looking through some of your work, David, and you have messages, little sayings on some of your work.
Oh, I like letter forms. When I lived in Northern California, north of San Francisco, in a town called Mendocino, I knew a lot of artists that they still did hand-painted signs, and some were bookbinders and typesetters, and they would print their own beautiful and expensive small books. And so I like letter forms. I like the way they can lead you somewhere in a painting, start a thought, you know. And a lot of artists whose blogs I enjoy, they have that in common. There might not be a message in the painting, but there might be a sign in the background or something, and they show just part of a word. And I kind of like that structure of letters,
Oh,
you know,
I
in a
love it.
piece. Yeah. Yeah. Also, when I was a kid, I liked illuminations in ancient texts where you would have a picture with the one initial to start a sentence, probably in Latin, you know. So you see it. I mean, most people would know like an illuminated Bible or something like that. That comes to mind.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And now, David, you're going to be presenting some work this week. Tell
Oh
me
yeah,
about that.
yeah. My work is always at 7 Artists on Duval Street, but this week is it's the members show at the studios of Key West, and I think it's Thursday night. And I think it kicks off around 6 o'clock. It's the members of the studios of Key West submit artwork for hanging. The show will be up, and then they turn it into a potluck too. So it's pretty informal in that great space, and it's a lot of fun. And I'll probably meet a lot of people whose work I know, but I don't know them by face. And that's great. And I think that goes with it's in conjunction with the Walk on White Street that night as well.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, check out David's work then
Please.
this week, and check it out anytime at 7 Artists Key West. Thank you for sharing all of this with us this morning and
That's
talking
great.
with me.
Great. Now we get to sing the theme song?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have
Right,
one?
we don't have it. Okay, we'll be right back after these messages.